You must have heard about MCP servers by now and how they are the next big thing in AI. What no one mentions is that to fully grasp the breakthrough of MCP, you have to understand how web servers work today. We'll demystify MCP by comparing it with a simple Flask server, both calculating BMI using a height and weight pair. You will understand how and where MCP server fits in by end of the video. Keep watching. Here is what we will cover in this video. Feel free to jump to the section that you want to learn about. You've probably used a web app that takes your weight and height and gives back your BMI. Simple, right? That's how most servers work today. The browser sends a request, the server responds. End of story. Now imagine this. Instead of a browser, you're using your terminal and AI-integrated MCP client. Instead of a fixed response, you get an intelligent reply that explains, adapts, and even helps you refine your query. That's the power of an MCP server and client. In this video, we'll compare a traditional Flask web server with an MCP server, both solving the same problem, calculating BMI. But the difference in experience? Huge. Let's begin with Flask App. You want to check your BMI. You find a web app and open it in your browser, enter your height and weight, and boom, the number shows up. Simple. Remember, there is a web server running somewhere to calculate the BMI. Let's look at a Flask web app that calculates the BMI and returns the value, including basic analysis. I suggest you to clone the repo and follow along with the video. There is no coding. We will run a Flask server locally and connect to it with a browser. Create a virtual environment with Python. Activate the environment and install the dependencies in the requirements.txt file inside the folder. Run the Flask app, and then connect to it with the browser. What if you want reply to be intelligent? How does the BMI today compare to last month? You cannot have a live chat in web app. MCP servers powered by LLMs don't just remove the browser from the loop. They do the analysis in place of you and often go way beyond. Let's dive in the MCP workflow. You want to check your BMI. You find an MCP server that can calculate it for you. Any of the available clients can help you connect to the server. Open an MCP client and ask for your BMI in plain English by providing your weight and height. The output you get is more than just the BMI. Depending on the LLM and the prompt used, the response includes additional insights. To begin, we'll use the terminal to see the MCP server and client in action with the Python client. I suggest you to clone the repo locally and then follow along to see MCP in action. It's a simple and effective way to test and debug the server. It will also help you to experiment and learn fast. In the Flask MCP compare folder, create .env file and include your Anthropic key. The same environment we set up for Flask server contains MCP server dependencies also. Ensure you have created the environment and activated it. Start MCP with this command. MCP client prompts for user input, and we can input our query. The client is listing the tools and then calling the tool. Following that, we get a rather elaborate reply. We can further continue chatting with MCP client on how to improve our BMI. And it shows how it might help. The working of the MCP server has probably left your brain buzzing with ideas, questions, and possible integrations. Now, let me walk you through the actual code behind the MCP server so you can see how all the pieces fit together. An MCP server has three key parts: initialization, tools, and execution. The tools are the real workhorses, while initialization and execution follow the same pattern in every local MCP setup, no matter the client. Now, here's the elegant bit. Tools are just regular Python functions decorated with an mcp.tool decorator. The arguments must be type hinted, and the function must have a clear docstring. That docstring is what the LLM uses to figure out what the tool does and when to call it. We can look at the same function being called with additional logic in Flask Server. LLM is instruction trained with such logic already, so it provides a deeper analysis. The arguments are same. Notice these arguments are coming through request object. That's the simplest explanation you need to get started with building your own MCP server. MCP server or a web server, at the end a function has to do the work. You have to provide the input in some way to that function. Chances are, you've already tried running an MCP server, maybe even played with a few tools. But here's the part most people completely miss. The clients aren't just sending queries. They're starting the server, pulling in tools dynamically and using the tools processing the queries. That one overlooked detail changes everything. Let's keep it simple and explore how the Python-based MCP client works. While many of the clients listed in the docs focus on making usage easier, the Python client makes it easy to learn how things work. At its core, client does three things: establishes a session with the server, processes user queries, and runs a chat loop. The client methods are straightforward, and we'll walk through their logic now. Connect to server method starts the server and establishes the session. The session object is client's window into the server's world, from tools to resources and prompts. The rest, it works just like function calling logic you may have already seen with AI models. The chat loop is a wrapper around the process query method, which connects with LLM and the tools from the server. This might sound crazy. I've made MCP servers simple and their clients even simpler, so you can start building right away. Got a Python function? Boom. It can become an MCP tool, and any MCP client can start using it. But what's more exciting? In the next video, we'll build an MCP server that does market research for you using Reddit API. I call it MCP Vabored. Stay tuned. This one's going to be fun.